Glorious day to you, my friends. Siakatara, Hasanati, Tahatara Hata. Angi and I are here at Canadaigua Lake again. Siatara Hashanari Ataha. You already know the title. Aquarian Fire Love. Creating the signs of your revolution. Now it's creating instead of recognizing or seeing or manifesting or anything, because we create our realities. And it's Aquarian Fire Love because, well, guess what? I saw a license plate, AFL. And to me, anytime I see A and F together, it's Aquarian Fire. And Aquarian Fire is your engine that's already running. It's your consciousness, your divine consciousness, your divine essence, your true authentic self, your vortex. It's whatever you want to call it. But love is what's driving it. And our alignment with this love, or putting this love into action, which is what this video is really about. Today the day started out early, and it's the 13th. And so 13 is the center of the 12. And the 12 is our heart chakra, Anahata, the unstruck. There are 12 petals, and so 13 is the center of it, which is the Aquarian Fire, which is your holy fire, your true authentic self, your inspiration for living. Love. That's it. It's love. And this love is unconditional love. It is success, 100% success. We're always successful. It's the viewpoint from our inner being, from God, which lives inside of us. When we think that God lives outside of us, then we're reaching and seeking, and we're reaching for all these types of meaning, and we don't realize that God, if you believe in God, but if you believe in consciousness, on this channel it's the same thing. It's that benevolence, it's the drive inside of us to live and love and put it in action. Today was about service for me, or putting many things into action. So today I built some steps for Jim, who's legally blind, because his steps were unsafe for him. So I built him some new steps, and we're about to plant some clematis at Angi's house. So this is the seeds, and these steps represent being able to step up safely and putting our love into action so that somebody else can step up safely. Well, that's what this channel is all about. That's what us as, let's just say that that's what this channel is about, is helping everyone step up in their own way so they can be their true authentic self. And as part evidence, when we went to Lowe's here in Canadaigua, while waiting, I went over and loaded some mulch for Angi, and there was a guy there doing handstands. So we did handstands together. It was hilarious. And just putting that into action, making friends, making light, and then we had a whole bunch of other conversations because we did handstands together. And you never know when you step outside of your comfort zone and just allow this inspiration, this love to come forth. You want just me?
No, but I wanted more of you.
Okay. All right, but it's your turn to talk.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet? She says not yet. Okay, so Will the Blabbermouth is going to talk a little bit more. So hutara arashanarati garatata. Each of us, I received so many synchronicities today on license plates, in the clock, so I stopped off at Wegmans, and the amount was 2213. So that's the master builder, which totally correlates with building the steps for Jim. And the 13 again today. And when I noticed that, when I got back to the car, that it was like, okay, it's 103. So a whole bunch of 13s, which is being your true authentic self in love, in action, in the center of the heart space. So this is all about alignment with our conscious mind and our heart mind. So Angie and I were talking while we're going over to Lowe's, and we're talking about, keeping it as simple as possible. The 3 stages of our Awakened Ascension, let's call it. Whatever you want to call it. To keep it simple, it's when we first wake up and we first start using the law of attraction, we make our ask, and we're so attached to the outcome. And I mean, I've been through it, we all been through it, that we start to expect it. Our job is to maintain our vibration at this point. And although we think we know what maintaining our vibration is, over time we get to learn really what this vibration and maintaining this vibration means. So at the beginning, we're learning through contrast and failure of making our ask to the universe, and by being disappointed by it. And then we get into conversations about, we gotta think our we gotta think our thinking. We gotta fix our thinking. And we're now focused about manifesting correctly versus manifesting incorrectly. And we get down on ourselves when we manifest incorrectly, when we start thinking incorrectly, which just continues the downward spiral. And it's amusing. And then when we talk to people and say, well, we make our ask. Yes, that's the important part. But the other part that's important is that when we see ourselves thinking like that, we take corrective action then. And then we find ourselves in stage 2, where we catch ourselves in our incoherent thinking, in our thinking that we've discovered that this thinking will take us down this path of contrast, and that we're setting ourselves up for contrast. We're still successful here, but we still think of it in stage 2 as successful and unsuccessful. In that we want to catch ourselves. There you go, you're on it now. And we then implement a practice. We start our affirmations. Even though we've done affirmations in phase 1, now in phase 2, we're continuing the affirmations, but we're doing this affirmations to correct our thinking, to help us not go into that negative spiral, which is important. Because we understand at this point that our satisfaction, that our vibration, that our positivity is important. Because it what creates our reality. And at least we understand that, and we're taking steps towards that. But when we reach stage 3, we understand that we're 100% successful. And that our thinking becomes inherent. It's natural to us. But in stage 3, we see that stage 1 is successful. And we see that stage 2 is successful. And we see that stage 3 is successful. Because we're seeing things as our inner being sees them. And we understand that there's nothing to fix. We see that in stage 1, the thinking in stage 1 is serving them. It's serving them in one way or another. And if they come and talk to us in any stage, maybe the mindset of stage 2 wants to fix stage 1, where the mindset of stage 3 will listen. And why do you see it that way? And ask questions. Okay, And what do you think you can do about it? And what do you think a different mindset might be? And so now we're asking questions, only to understand what their thinking is, not to fix them. Maybe they'll see something different. Maybe they won't. But when we listen, we're honoring their inner being and their path, and understanding that their path is divine and that they're creating their path. Just like today, all these little signs and synchronicities, I created them. I didn't necessarily create them with my conscious mind, but every time a new synchronicity came up, I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. I go, yeah, when you're in alignment and laughing with the universe is laughing with you. All the synchronicities are just the universe, which is you, laughing with you. Guess what? 11:11. And so one of the images they showed me when I was talking with Angi earlier is they showed me a whole bunch of mirrors, that every little point in this matrix that we think is real in this reality is just mirrors. All different viewpoints of mirrors that our inner being is shining its light out there, reflecting it back to us. And when we're in alignment, when our conscious mind is in alignment with our heart center, our heart mind, and when we're putting it into action, we're living our joy, we're living our love. That the universe then responds in kind, and that the only things that are reflected back to us are those that are in alignment of the frequency of this love in action. And so therefore, by law, that's what we see. That's what we see. You're doing a lot of nodding, but I see all the threads that you've pulled and all the words that you're not saying.
True. When we actually look at ourselves and when we are in the process of understanding really the trueness of who we are, our thoughts, our actions really all drive what it is that we are living in this existence. When you can begin to shape and change the outcome, because we are the makers of our own existence. I had a hard time with that when I first became awake. I would hear all the time that you create your own reality. You create it. And I'm like, wait a minute, how do I create it? More and more, this comes into alignment of who I am, because now I take every obstacle, every challenge, every existence of something that I am experiencing, I put the positivity on it. I always look into, how is this moving me into the alignment and the vibration of me. I never understood it, but I certainly do now, in the sense of we create our own reality. We are working with the universe is working with us. The universe is sending us all of these subtle reminders that it's there, that your people, your interactions with everything and all things are in the alignment with the vibration of who and where you are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love to use the term my people also.
Mm-hmm.
But these things are just mirrors.
Yes.
Once we start to see that we are this ultimate consciousness, that not only are we this fractal, but we are the universe.
Yes.
That we are consciousness itself. And that Angi, right here, is simply a figment of my imagination, and I am simply a figment of her imagination. Exactly.
I'm not touching you.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. And that everything else is just like that. Little mirrors out there, that we're creating it based on how we see things.
Yes. That's the key thing right there. It's our perception of how we want every interaction to affect us. That is the biggest takeaway right there, is we're in control of that.
And when we're so in joy, we're so in love, and we're so in action, that we don't even think about it.
Right.
We just allow our true authentic self to come out.
Right.
Which is, hey, I'm pulling in to load, to what's that stuff called?
Mulch.
Mulch, yeah. It's not in this now. Anyway, I pull in to load the mulch, and a dude is doing handstands. So I get out of the car and I go, let's do handstands together. And then it just went off the charts after that. Just creating reality as you want to create it. No limits, no judgment. Just imagine if you don't judge yourself. Get out of that car. Do handstands with new people, and then introduce yourself afterwards, after you make an impact. And Jimmy, which I now know his name, he goes, Will, you just made my day. No, you made my entire Lowe's career. He didn't say career, but... And it's like, yeah, and I'm going to be talking about this for a long time. How just going to Lowe's and joining them with what they were doing just because they were bored. And now we created awesomeness together, because that's what we can do.
Right.
When we put love and joy and our true authentic self in action. That's what Aquarian Fire Love is all about. Our true authentic self in action. Our true authenticity. That's for you, Vanessa. Our true authenticity. Just for you. Siakara, Artana, Arsiata, Huta, Naska, Ayaharta. You got some light language there. You know you do. You're trying to be shy. I calling you out. 1744. Urrahata.
Toro undua arasikera uru shutur miyata ku uru shapatara inteka. Haru undu shishatur miyata ku uniche e atuku wara. Haru undu java. Pera kunu ura soturi inkara indiara osaro.
Sihakar, Tachikanari, Hatara Sahajiarato. So, my friends, 1808. Love life. Be in love. Be in joy. Be in action. Choose from your heart. Live from your heart. Live from your joy. Just be awesome. That's it. That's it. Yishka harata ataria chahanata katakorotata.